Understanding how one strength training session can impact blood sugar levels or blood glucose levels, this can help you more effectively plan your exercise routine. What I'm focusing on in this video is specific strength exercises that help to lower blood glucose after one exercise session. I'm Dr. Elise Brown. I'm a scientist who studies how exercise helps to prevent and slow the progression of diabetes. I just want to say a quick thank you to Ren and his team for allowing me to use his music in this video. Exercise can help reduce daily average blood sugar levels, and it can also help reduce the amount of time spent in hyperglycemia, meaning a state of high blood sugar. Now, strength training, this is a great tool for helping to lower those blood sugar levels. There's been a couple of meta-analyses that have found that regular strength training is similarly as effective as doing aerobic exercise, meaning cardio, in terms of lowering A1C over the course of 2 to 3 months. My research team published a review back in 2020 that looked at single sessions of strength training routines in type 2 diabetes and how they impacted diabetes risk factors. There were 3 studies that effectively lowered blood sugar levels after exercise. And I'm going to look at the different exercises that they used in these strength training protocols to help you get an idea of how to better plan your strength training routine. I analyzed each of these strength training protocols from these studies based on movement pattern programming. And if you want to learn more about push-pull programming for strength training, click on this link here. Each of these 3 studies included at least one multi-joint knee movement exercise, like a leg press or a version of the squat. These types of exercises are going to train the quadriceps, the hamstrings, the glutes, and to a lesser extent, the calves. 2 of the studies included a hip movement exercise like a deadlift or a back extension. Now, even though both of these exercises involve muscles that extend the hips, meaning that's going to train the glutes and the hamstring muscles, and also the back, it's going to train the back isometrically. And what that means is the back muscles are staying contracted, so they're active, but they're not the muscles that are actually causing the movement. Now, the deadlift compared to a back extension, the deadlift is going to require much greater muscle activation across the entire body, and you can move much greater loads compared to a back extension, which means the deadlift is most likely going to result in a much greater neurological and hormonal response. Now, if you're wanting to learn how to do the Romanian deadlift, which is a great introduction to learning the upper phase of the deadlift, take a look at this video right here. All 3 studies included a horizontal shoulder and arm push movement like chest press, bench press, and chest flies. Now, each of these exercises are going to train the pectoral muscles as well as the anterior deltoid in the front of the shoulder. The chest press and the bench press, they're additionally going to train the triceps. Now, the bench press and the chest press, these are multi-joint exercises, meaning that multiple joints are moving during the exercise and they're training more muscle groups. Now, you want to make sure that you're including mostly multi-joint exercises in your strength training routine. All 3 studies also included at least one vertical shoulder and arm push movement, like a shoulder press, tricep extension, and shoulder raise. Now, it's unclear whether or not they meant a lateral raise or a frontal raise whenever they mentioned the shoulder raises, though. Only one study included a multi-joint exercise from this category, the shoulder press. And the same study additionally had them doing tricep extensions. Now, if you're wanting to learn how to do a lot of the exercises that I'm discussing today, I included a link to my exercise instruction playlist down in the description. Only 2 studies included a vertical shoulder and arm pull movement like a lat pull down or a bicep curl. Now, the lat pull down, this is going to train the back musculature as well as the biceps. Now, even though the 3rd study didn't include a vertical pull movement, they did include reverse flies, which is considered a horizontal shoulder and arm pull movement. And it's going to train the upper back musculature as well as the rear delts. Only one other study included a horizontal pull movement, and they included a standing row, which also trains the back musculature as well as the biceps, just in a different direction when compared to the vertical pull. Only one study included a torso movement and an ankle movement exercise, and these were abdominal crunches and seated calf raises. And so even though it's ideal to have exercises in your program that involve muscle groups or train muscle groups whose main job is to move the torso and move the ankle, these muscle groups are being trained as stabilizers and as secondary movers in a lot of exercises that you're already including in your program. To bring this all together now, Finecchia's study and Heaton's study, they both included exercises that trained all major muscle groups, but not all movement patterns. What I think helped in Finecchia's study in terms of lowering blood sugar levels was the fact that half of the exercises were multi-joint, and 3 of the exercises that they included were knee exercises or knee movement exercises like leg press, the leg extension and leg curl, meaning 3 exercises that trained really large muscle groups. Moraes' study was a bit more blurred as to whether or not they trained all major muscle groups. Typically, when you're programming for all major muscle groups, you'll include an exercise that trains the medial deltoid. Now, they did train the anterior deltoid because they included a bench press. I think what really helped this protocol in terms of lowering blood sugar was the fact that they included 6 different multi-joint exercises. One of these was the deadlift, and there were 3 different versions of a squat. For lowering blood sugar levels, make sure that most of your exercises that you program are multi-joint exercises. Make sure that you're training all major muscle groups and including 1 exercise at least from each movement pattern. This is going to help improve physical function, and it helps to balance out strength levels across different muscle groups, which can help with injury prevention. Thank you for watching.